Hello everyone and welcome back to the Lazy Girls Kitchen. My name is Maggie and on today's episode I'm going to share with you how I like to make my breakfast grilled cheese sandwich. And I say breakfast, but I can make this for lunch, for dinner, because there's really nothing about it that makes it specific to breakfast. I just prefer to eat it after I work out. It just keeps me full. It has veggies, cheese, whatever I like, I kind of put in there. And this morning I did take a walk to the mailbox and back, so I feel like I deserve to treat myself to this grilled cheese. So let me take you through your list of ingredients. So I know this seems like a lot, but trust me, all these flavors together are going to make the most amazing sandwich for you. So what you're going to need to make this is some oregano, some salt, some pepper, some olive oil. Back here I have my own homemade bread. If you don't want to use that, you can go ahead and just buy bread, but I will link the recipe down below for you. You're going to need some garlic, some brown sugar, some barbecue sauce, and here I have a combination of sharp cheddar and mozzarella, some tomatoes, portobello mushrooms, and some red onions. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to caramelize our red onions, and I'm using a cast iron skillet for this because I love like the flavors that come out of it, but you don't have to. You can use just a regular skillet. So to my skillet, let me turn it on first. I'm going to go ahead and add in about a tablespoon or so of olive oil, not too much. Swish it around. And to this, I'm going to go ahead and add my onions. Ooh. With a pinch of salt. And just a tad bit of pepper. Okay, let me just kind of move these around. I cut them in a hurry, so they're kind of stuck together, but no problemo. Alright, I just want to make sure everything is coated in the pepper and the salt. I'm going to turn the heat down to medium low. I'm going to take a cover and I'm going to cover it, because what we want is the onions not to fry. We just kind of want to saute them and make them nice and caramelized. So you're going to keep an eye on them. I would say about 5 to 10 minutes depending on how much onions you have, how thick they are cut. And then I'll show you what they look like when they are ready to add, when we're ready to add in the next thing. Sorry. So my onions are nice and beautiful. They're getting really translucent. They've been cooking for exactly 12 minutes. So now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add in my brown sugar. And this is going to give you that sweetness and beautiful caramelization. Oh, you just wait and see and try these onions. I'm going to make sure to coat everything. If you're using a skillet like mine, don't touch the sides because they get hot. You're going to burn yourself. Oh, smells so good. Alright, I'm going to stir this for another minute or so, and then I'm going to cover it back up and let this cook on low heat for about 4 to 5 minutes, and then I'll show you what to do next. So my onions are nice and golden. They're just beautiful. They smell gorgeous. They're super soft. So I'm going to take them out of my skillet and put them back into the same dish so we don't have to wash any extra dishes. And you want to do this using a slotted spoon so that you can leave all the oil behind. Okay, there we go. I'm going to add a little bit more oil to this pan. Just a tad bit. Ta-da. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my mushrooms. I absolutely love using portobello mushrooms for this because they have just a beautiful meatiness to them. So if you don't want to add in meat to something, portobello mushrooms will give you that same texture, that same meaty flavor that you wouldn't typically get when you don't use meat. So I absolutely love portobello mushrooms, love them. So to this, I'm going to go ahead and salt my mushrooms a little bit. Add a little bit of pepper. We want to make sure we flavor every single part of our dish. And then to the mushrooms, I'm going to add a little bit of oregano to give it a little bit of that earthy feel. gonna give this a nice toss. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cover this and cook this for about, I don't know, 5 to 8 minutes until my mushrooms cook down, and then I'll meet you back here for the next step. My mushrooms are cooking down beautifully. I'm gonna give them a toss, and to this I'm gonna go ahead and add my garlic. Give it a nice toss. You can add spinach to this. You can do whatever you want. It really is just, it's your kitchen. You do what you want. This is just kind of an idea for you. So I'm going to cover this and let this cook for about another minute or so, and then I'll meet you back here because we're going to assemble our sandwich. So my mushrooms are nice and cooked through. I'm going to go ahead and remove them from my skillet. They smell so good. And now we're going to start to assemble our grilled cheese. Okay. I'm going to leave the heat on low because we're going to cook our grilled cheese on here, but I'm going to show you how we're going to assemble it. I'm going to try to move you so you can see. There we go. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to brush my bread, the outside of my bread, with some olive oil, just on the outside so it gets nice and crispy so it doesn't burn. Just want to make sure you're straight. There we go. The same thing goes for this one. Okay, and then we're gonna brush the inside of our bread with some barbecue sauce. And the barbecue sauce with the sweetness from the onions, oh, you just wait and see how great that's gonna taste. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that is good for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put in some cheese. Now don't worry if this doesn't stay together, if it kind of spills out. It happens. That's life. And then my tomatoes. This is gonna be such a beautiful sandwich. I cannot wait for you to try it. I'm gonna go in with my mushrooms and garlic. The onions are making my eyes water. It's making my nose runny. Okay, and then lastly, I'm gonna finish it up with my caramelized onions. You just wait and see. When you cut into this, it's gonna be gorgeous. I'm gonna cover the top, kind of give it a nice smush, and I'm gonna put it onto my skillet. And you're gonna let this cook for about 4 minutes or so on each side because we're cooking it on a really low heat, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so my sandwich is done. It smells so good, but I just kind of want to show you like the inside, how beautiful it is. It's still kind of hot, so I'm going to try to give it a bite. There we go. So good. The perfect combination of all these flavors, and then you get that hint of barbecue sauce from spreading it over the bread. Seriously, so good. Perfect for breakfast, perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, anytime you want to make it. And you saw how easy it was. Really nothing to it. So make sure you head over to www.thelazygirlskitchen.com to get this fantastic recipe. Make sure to subscribe and like, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.